My name is Megan McClelland, and this speech is the Persuasive Speech. Here's my phone. Childhood obesity is a very serious and controversial topic in the world we live in today. People use every excuse in the book as to why children are obese. It is extremely important that people understand that there is a big difference between being obese and being overweight. According to a childhood obesity website, healthgeneration.com, overweight means that a child weighs more than what is considered to be healthy. This extra weight can be due to either extra muscle, extra fat, or water weight. Obese means that a child is severely overweight with a body mass index that is equal to or greater than the 95th percentile. Today, 1 in every 3 children is overweight or obese. Pennsylvania has an obesity rate of 26.5% in children ages 10 through 17, making the United States the 43rd most obese state in the country in regards to children. Over the past 3 decades, the childhood obesity rate has doubled in children 2 to 5 years of age and 12 to 19 years of age, and it has tripled in children 6 to 11 years of age. Aside from the childhood obesity rate, the United States also has an adult obesity rate of 29.1%, making us the 20th most obese state in the country in regards to adults. Though not every family is going to consist of 1 or more obese people, there's evidence that children are more likely to be obese if their parents are obese, 1 or both. According to many nutritional experts, sugar-sweetened beverage intake is one of the main causes, if not the main cause of obesity. Sugar-sweetened beverages include non-diet sodas, fruit juices, sports drinks, energy drinks, and sweet teas. Although sugar consumption has decreased over the years, it's still nearly 2 times higher than the USDA recommended sugar intake. Sugar-sweetened beverages make up nearly 16% of total caloric consumption in children ages 12 to 19. Studies show that adding 1 20-ounce Mountain Dew to your daily diet for a year has enough calories to lead to a 30-pound weight gain. Aside from physically showing extra fat on the body, obesity and sugar-sweetened beverages can lead to many serious health risks, including type 2 diabetes, asthma, and tooth decay. Type 2 diabetes occurs when the insulin in our body cannot break down the sugar from food that our bodies use for energy. This could stem from a lack of insulin, or that the body is just unable to use the insulin properly. Type 2 diabetes was most often found in adults over 40 years of age, but it is becoming increasingly popular in obese children. This disease could be life-threatening if it is not treated properly and if it's not found at an early stage. Type 2 diabetes is more difficult to find because you have to do extensive blood work, and even with that, it could still take more time for symptoms to be revealed. Asthma is another serious issue because it affects the breathing, and obese children tend to have asthma attacks more severely than healthy children do because the extra weight on their chest leads to breathing restrictions. Researchers have found that tooth decay is another big problem stemming directly from sugar-sweetened beverages if they're consumed quickly enough, because the sugar just deteriorates the enamel on your teeth. It's important to focus where and how often these drinks are being consumed if we want to try to fix these problems. The majority of a child's life is spent at school. They go to school 5 days a week for 7 hours a day, not including after-school activities. Nowadays, elementary, middle, and high schools all offer vending machines in the cafeteria and possibly in other areas of the school. The typical beverage vending machine includes numerous types of soda, sports drinks, sweet teas, and water. But what child willingly wants to drink a water when they have all those other options? According to a study observing beverage consumption patterns of sugar-sweetened beverages conducted by Una Han and Lisa Powell, sports drinks and energy drinks are most commonly abused among children. The study was conducted on 39,938 people of all different age groups, and they were split up into categories. For this assignment, I'm only focusing on the adolescent and children categories, which are from ages 6 to 19. The findings showed that soda intake has decreased, but sport and energy drink consumption has tripled in adolescents. Fruit drinks were the largest calorie source among children when compared to other types of sugar-sweetened beverages. Children and adolescents reportedly consume 271 calories per day alone just from sugar-sweetened beverages. Aside from parents and children buying these beverages at grocery stores, the next easiest place to access them is at school. Due to the overwhelming amount of obese children in the United States, a new program is going to be put into act in September of 2014 that takes out sugar-sweetened beverages from inside the schools. The Healthy Hunger-Free Kids Act of 2010, which is previously responsible for adding more fruits and vegetables in schools, is also behind this, also to regulate food and drink and how many calories are involved in each, how much sodium, how much fat. The new beverages that will only be sold at school include water, low-fat and fat-free milk, fruit and vegetable juices, and fruit and vegetable juices diluted with water that contain no extra sweetener. This is a much-needed change that will benefit not only children, but parents as well, because they won't have to worry as much about what their kids are drinking when they're not around, since they can't exactly tell them what to do in that instance. Sugar-sweetened beverages have proven to be bad for health and academic activity. Instead of buying into all the ads fast food chains and beverage companies sell us, we should be focusing more on healthier examples and setting a better example for children. There are so many benefits to leading a healthy lifestyle, and more people should be advertising that. These new federal regulations are only the first step at putting restrictions on sugar-sweetened beverages in schools, since they'll still allow after-school activities such as plays and sporting events to sell sugar-sweetened beverages. The Surgeon General included a recommendation to promote water in schools in a report on combating childhood obesity. With support, effort, and perseverance, it will be possible to highlight the negative effects of sugar-sweetened beverages and to emphasize an effect on water and other healthy choices. Children learn from the people around them, and we need to set a good example to bring an end to childhood obesity. I have here a little poster that has different types of sugar-sweetened beverages on them, as well as sugar cubes that represent how much sugar is actually in each beverage, and the calories listed below are how many calories are in it from sugar. And also, to give a real-time example, I have a 12-ounce can of cherry Pepsi. This has 42 grams of sugar in it, which looks like this. So it's a lot of sugar. And upon looking up the recommended sugar intake, people on a 2,000 calorie diet should only have 40 grams of sugar per day, and that's 42 grams just from one cherry Pepsi alone right there. And it's shown that kids are drinking more than one sugar-sweetened beverage per day. I also have a poster of this. It's the cycle of childhood obesity. It starts off with a healthy child, and it shows that television, video games, poor food choices can lead to a mildly obese child from not getting enough activity. And then basic tasks such as walking up the steps, doing chores, become more of a hassle because they don't have enough energy to do it. So from not moving around, they're gaining even more weight from empty calories that they eat, so they're moderately obese. And then over time, they just become severely obese, just from no exercise, eating poorly, and they're more likely to become an obese adult, which is more serious because although kids can suffer from these health issues that I mentioned, adults can suffer from even more, such as heart disease. They will have higher medical bills to have to pay. You can get depression, low self-esteem. So obesity isn't just about an appearance. It's all about emotional, physical. It's like a lifestyle. And I think that we need to break this in order to reduce the childhood obesity, and we need to set good examples. Thank you.